as well. So there are so many riders to watch in this Open Pro Sport Moto, but right now it's Jalek Swoll sitting on the Moto win in Moto 1 by the slimmest of margins. Let's bring the revs up. Let's bring the gate down and go racing in Open Pro Sport.
And Pierce Brown got pinched off. Jalek Swoll, the great start. He's in the hunt, the number 17.
Vincent Luhovi on the Suzuki grabbing the whole shot. So Luhovi leading him around.
How long can he hold on? Parker Mashburn did this yesterday, led for a while, finished up on the box, got a third, but nope, it's Jalek Swoll wasting no time.
And Chet Lawrence
and
Mumford are there, right? Is that Mumford on the 22, or
yes,
is that?
Yes, it is Mumford on the 22.
So the two Hondas are there, third and fourth.
Just what you wanted. And Jalek Swoll came up later on in the day, and it's a different rider, so he's back. Looks like he's ready to go win another moto. Hot and cold yesterday.
Yeah, it's really interesting. In 250 Pro Sport, he has been struggling, but in Open Pro Sport, he has been great.
Riding the same bike, doesn't matter.
I know. There's really no rhyme or reason to that.
There's Halpane on the Rock River Yamaha ride, the number.
Wow, Halpane sticking a quick pass on there.
Is he on a 450? Halpane has rode a 450 at times.
Whatever he's riding it well. He quickly, I think, took third place away from Luhovi, who had the whole shot. Getting shuffled back was one of the Honda riders, was that Lawrence. They both got shuffled back, actually.
Wow, Luhovi back in the mix there.
Yep.
So the 30 of Jalek Swoll trying to run and hide, got Jet Lawrence locked in already. So these two slugged it out all the way to the finish. We're still not done. They're going to slug it out again, Jason Wygant.
Oh, what a great setup we have with those two leading.
Great shot there, the overhead Red Bull shot of Jalek Swoll, Jet Lawrence.
Then it's Halpane, Luhovi. 26 is Kobe Hefner. We thought it was the 22 of Mumford. It's not. It was Kobe Hefner. So Mumford is in the back.
And there's Parker Mashburn with a top 5 ride as well. Hefner, Mashburn, McClellan, Heil, Jesse Flock. Jesse Flock.
Swoll trying to get away. Look at Halpane running down Jet Lawrence, the Yamaha man. Again, as you mentioned, Rock River Yamaha back. He is right there in the hunt. Lawrence putting the press on your leader. He's going to the inside on Swoll.
He's going to follow him right behind him. He's going to set up to the right here in this 10 Commandments. In stereo, 3-3, single out, and Jalek shuts the door. He's really quick going into turns. If you notice that he will outbrake just about everybody. He dives in on Swoll.
Oh, it is heating up. Let's see if Halpane can run with them. He closed the gap. Now they pulled back away from him. Lawrence going to try to run the high line to the outside. Swoll doing a great job covering all the good lines, making it difficult on Lawrence.
There goes the triple for Swoll. Ooh. A little short. Lawrence cleans it. Lawrence dipping the head, getting some roost right in the face. He's going to settle in, see if he can't break him. How about that?
Yeah, just keep applying that pressure. Halpane still running
there it is.
Lawrence on the outside. Can he beat him to the exit of the corner? Swoll is so good riding defensively. Every time Lawrence looks like he has the line, Swoll's able to answer. He does it again.
The crowd in for another good race. This was the buzz all over Instagram. It was just
down to the inside is Lawrence. I don't know if Swoll has anything he can do now. He does not. Jet Lawrence into the lead.
Halpane watching it all happen right in front of him. And once Swoll got past yesterday, the levees opened. Everybody went by him. He went to 6th after leading. So let's check on the progress of some of our other riders. Where's Pierce Brown? Nowhere to be found.
Man, Brown's starts have been atrocious so far this week, to be quite honest.
Shimoda,
and he's got another bad one, too. And Shimoda, remember, straight up caught and passed Jet Lawrence in a moto yesterday. So these two Pro Sport classes, even though most of the riders are all riding the exact same bike in both classes, the results have been totally different. There's the 63 of Pierce Brown.
He's in 8th. He's moved into the screen there, or excuse me, 11th. He was outside the top 15. Now he's up to 11th. He's a fun guy to watch, as will be Shimoda. They're going to fight their way through the crowd together.
He's got to get around McClellan Heil on the 55 Suzuki, does Pierce Brown. That's what he's trying to do right now, side by side.
He's going to chop the front wheel off there and make that pass. Heil probably on a 450, I would guess, on that Bar X 450.
Yeah, it's Open Pro Sport. A lot of the riders who are going to be turning pro instantly and going to Unadilla next week that are going to be racing in the 250 class, choosing to race 250s even in the open class here at Loretta's. That includes all of those AMSOIL Honda riders, and I believe Swoll as well.
And Pierce Brown.
There's Brown on the
5
250.
kids going, they're making
That's
their debut
unbelievable.
at the same time. All these rookies here coming to see you at Unadilla. It just got a lot tougher to qualify.
Seriously, you're adding some real talent. And I know somebody at home wants to put the asterisk on this and say, Pierce Brown raced one race at WW Ranch, bro. Okay, fine. So it'll be his second race. You're still adding a lot of talent
the crafty veteran
to the
now
field.
after one race.
That's right. You're still adding a lot of talent to the field. That'll be Lucas Oil Pro Motocross, August 10th.
He's doubling through the whoops there, Jet Lawrence. Watch the way he does those little things all the time, just picking apart this racetrack. He was at Mammoth, and his brother said, when you race, when you turn pro, if you get ahead of me, I'm going to come find you, and I'm going to park you. Hunter said, I'm going to park his little brother. I love that. I'd do the same thing to my little brother. I would smack him around.
We could be looking at Lawrence versus Lawrence Crime in the pro ranks before long. Seen it between brothers before, plenty of battles with the Martins at the front of the pack. Swole cannot shake Carter Hallpayne. Hallpayne took a little while to get going this week, but he's going right now, and in fact, he's going to the inside.
Almost got it. Fighting to hold off Carter Hallpayne. Carter's been quiet for about a year now. He had a good year last year, and from that point forward, he's not made a lot of noise on the national scene.
He's got it. Swole trying to come back on him. Hallpayne, can he hug this inside, get through that deep rut? Swole fighting back with everything he has. The line is not going to work out in Swole's favor, and Carter Hallpayne has locked down second place.
Years of training down at MTF all culminated in that little left-hander. He executed that rutted turn so good. There he goes again. You better be good at ruts here.
Yeah. And now trying to draw away from Swole. This is the battle for second that you're watching with Lou Hovey hanging tough in fourth after getting the whole shot. Parker Mashburn fifth. Jesse Flock sixth. Lance Kobush seventh. Joe Shimoda eighth. Hardy Munoz ninth. Pierce Brown 10th. Munoz, a couple podiums earlier in the week, but Hardy Munoz now ninth. So that's going to really hurt his title hopes. Third in the first moto, I think, was Brown.
Ninth,
no, Mashburn, actually, sorry. So Mashburn, third in the first moto, fifth here. Yeah. That's going to hurt his title hopes, but he's trying to move forward. There you see him. That's him on the 34.
Man, just coming through this field. Normally in this pro class, you can get up through the top 10 pretty quick. There's usually a guy, first, second, third, tough to get through.
Yeah.
All the way back tonight, you got Munoz, Pierce Brown, Shimoda, Kobush, Flock, Mashburn. Like, it's a who's who of pro riders. You're just not going to fire right through these guys.
Mashburn right now dealing with Lou Hovey. That's the battle for fourth at the top of the screen. Then Kobush and I believe Shimoda. Yep, Shimoda right there. So a four-rider pack. This is fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh. Parker Mashburn locks it down.
Guys that are used to winning now, back in seventh, like, what happened? What happened was there's 10 really great pro riders is what happened.
It's at least as deep as we've ever seen it. To say the deepest, to use words like ever is a little bit extreme. It might be.
It's good.
I just know that it's about as good as it's ever been.
I know 5 kids are going pro next week, and they're all impact players. They all have contracts and rides already done.
Yeah.
Tell me the last time you've seen that.
No, and they've all beaten each other at different stages during this week, so they're fairly equally matched. That includes Jalek Swole, your first moto winner. This is big. If he goes 1-3, and Lawrence is looking at a 2-1.
Yeah, he's in control then.
Yes. So that pass by Carter Hallpayne might have changed the entire thing. The Rock River Yamaha rider up to second, picking up the pace.
That's Jet Lawrence's best friend right now. You stay in front of him. That's cool. Absolutely. So we're watching Pierce Brown and Joe Shimoda. They are just trying to come through the field. They're a little quicker than a couple of guys in front of them with 152s, but
Hallpayne 8th in Moto 1. What an improvement here in Moto 2. They've got that Yamaha dialed. You can see, though, how hard Swole is working. He does not want to give up this second place spot, so he's still lurking in third, hoping for a mistake, hoping to be able to dial it back in.
Yeah, they would be tied again with Jet Lawrence and Jalek Swole. They have 1-2, 2-1 scores going in the third moto if Swole can get around Hallpayne.
I think Swole's closing back up on Hallpayne. Hallpayne stuck with him, made the pass, pulled away a little bit, but Swole on a roll and starting to pick it up. Sweet roll, cinnamon roll. He's swole, dude. He's just, all he does is lift.
Swole up.
He's so swole.
Drinks that Swoleger's coffee.
Wow. Wow. Does anybody drink Folgers anymore?
Jalek Swoleger's coffee. There you go, Emil.
Yeah, we got one. Emil back at Three Palms told us to step up the game on the nicknames. Parker Mashburn. He's got a little look now at this battle for second and third. The fourth place rider, number 34, can see them on some of the long stretches. There he is.
There he is.
Mashburn on the gas. I saw Mike Brown when Mashburn was leading a bit yesterday. I headed down to the podium. I see Mike Brown, and he goes, "Who that big kid in the KTM? Who's that big kid?"
Boy's good.
Yeah, he's good. He rode good. The big kid is Parker Mashburn.
Or was he talking about Jeff Luke?
Oh,
who's that humongous 6'8" guy?
He's that giant man.
He's the weeping willow of the vet class.
He's big kid and giant man. Look, Swole has done it. He has closed in and now tripling, putting some serious pressure on Halpane.
This is a championship run by Jalek Swole. He's got to get around Halpane just so he can stay tied going into the third moto with your leader, Jet Lawrence. Big moves here. Bobby Hewitt loves what he sees out of this kid. He's had him locked in for a while. He's been on the Husky for, good Lord, several years.
Oh, and a mistake.
Wow.
Swole did not get into the rut. That back section really led to his undoing. Megawatt saw two big mistakes in a row there, and that's going to, all the work he did to get to Halpane, he's going to have to start it again.
And Parker Mashburn is right there, Jason.
Oh, yeah.
He ran a quicker lap time. Look at the 152s. Everybody has 152 or 3 all the way down to 6th place.
Jet Lawrence, meanwhile, a 6-second lead up front, looking good. Mashburn finding different lines, starting to close again on Swole. Swole cannot afford to go off the podium in this moto. He cannot carry 1-4 scores into the third race. But look, he's closed back up on Halpane for second.
And the push is going to be coming from Joe Shimoda as well. He is going to get up there and mix it up. He's dropping into your camera shot just about now. Shimoda will come into view here. There's Mashburn, there's Shimoda, there's Flock, Jesse Flock there as well.
So we watch Shimoda. Shimoda on the 47. That'll put him in 5th. It could go any way, I think, between 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. Halpane, Swole, Mashburn, Shimoda. It could go any direction at this point.
All those kids from Oklahoma. Halpane from Texas. Mashburn from Texas. Flock from Oklahoma. Kovacs from Missouri.
Shimoda in 5th.
Mumford up into the top 10 now. First time we've seen him.
Wow,
and Pierce Brown is just stuck in 9th. He has not moved.
Seen that quite a bit for Brown, who again is coming off the broken shoulder blade. We're back.
Swole is back.
Yep.
It's taken him a full lap after that one little error there to reel in Carter Halpane. Can Halpane go the distance? Are we seeing fitness come into play? Parker Mashburn, he wants to get in there and get on the box.
Yeah, Swole has brought Mashburn with him, and Shimoda not that far back as well. Man, these ruts just not working out for
Jason, there are 5 riders now going for that number 2 spot. Halpane, Swole, Mashburn, Shimoda, Flock.
Yeah, so what we're seeing, those hard ruts in the back, not working for Swole. In the sand, Swole's got it super dialed in.
Holy cow, there are 5 guys now. You better have it dialed in because they're all coming. If he does not make this pass, he could potentially get passed by 3 guys.
It's true. Mashburn and now Shimoda are right there. So pivotal part of the race for Swole. He's got to try to get second and at least have that tie with Jet Lawrence going into the final moto.
Swole obviously comfortable in the sand, spends a lot of time down there with Tim Ferry, so that would only make sense. They get up at 5 a.m., go to Croom and ride till dark.
Wow, that's what they do.
Every day.
Just do whoops all day.
Nothing but whoops. Here they go. They're all on the same straightaway. Fans, get up out of your seats now. You're getting treated to another good race. Jet Lawrence has checked out 12 seconds, Jason Wygant.
This is an incredible story to come here. 0 experience at this event and ride so well. He wins his very first moto here. He nearly wins his second moto. He ended up second in another one. Shimoda's in there somewhere. Shimoda made the move on Mashburn. So the Honda man's putting the press on Swole, and Swole is all over Halpane. 4-rider battle for second.
Halpane into these deep ruts. He's good here. Swole going to follow him in. He's got to protect lines and move forward at the same time. It's a lot to ask. Joe Shimoda's going to be a problem.
Yeah, Swole's got to try to make it happen here in the 10 Commandments. He's been tripling. Let's see if he can pull it. Halpane answers and does the same.
That is the race for second. All 5 of those guys vying for that one spot. And Shimoda being very creative. He's done a lot of passing, so he knows all the different lines. These guys have sat in the same line the entire race. Shimoda may be the guy to get around both of them.
Woo! Swole made it happen in the storyland. He was desperate, but these runs have been a problem the whole time.
And Shimoda gets around Carter Halpane, and he's going to get around Swole here in just a second.
We're going to triple together. Shimoda doesn't pull it. That allows Swole to live another day. Wow. So Swole takes over second for how long, though? Halpane getting shuffled back. So Shimoda on a roll. This section of the track a little bit better for Swole. That one rutted left-hand turn in the back has been the enemy of Swole this entire moto. Otherwise, he's been great. Shimoda down to the inside.
Look at all these guys. That's even Lance Kobush in the shot there. That's 6 guys now going for that number 2 spot.
These pro sport classes, best racing I've seen here maybe ever. I know we've said it over and over. That's not just hype. This is legit when you're seeing action like this. 5, 6 rider duels. Yeah. Look at this pack. 6 riders in the screen at one
time. Made the pass. He got around Swole. There's Mashburn. There's Halpane. Good Lord. Jesse Flock. Lance Kobush.
This will be 2 straight Pro Sport Motos with Amsoil Honda going 1-2. It was Shimoda ahead of Lawrence at the end of the day yesterday. Now it looks like Lawrence ahead of Shimoda, but either way a 1-2. Mashburn, feet off the pegs in that rut, trying to get those long legs in there.
Just let this one breathe. What a great battle here. Jalek Swole fighting for that championship. Gets shuffled back by Joe Shimoda, who was outside the top 10. That's a heck of a ride by Smoking Joe Shimoda. Swole is not giving up. No. He's got to make this pass.
I don't know if Swole has been the smoothest guy this week, but he may be the most determined. He has ridden angry. He's been very tough to pass. Even when he gets past, he tries to come back and just doing all the little things, the grit, to try to stay in title contention. And the same thing, Shimoda caught him from a ways back, but he's doing everything he can to hold on to Shimoda, desperate to get this second place spot. He's got to get this corner clean. He finally does it.
He followed Shimoda through. Yep. Shimoda's been doubling here. He's got some really different lines. Now he goes for the triple. Swole will follow him.
Shimoda. There he is on the number 47 in second, going to the beach past the Rocky Mountain ATVMC viewing area.
Swole desperately trying to reel him back in. Jet Lawrence gone, 14 seconds. He is out front. But the championship really settled back here with Swole. He's got to make that pass on Shimoda. Lap traffic now coming into play. Can Swole capitalize on some of that?
Cannot wait to see these guys in action at Unadilla. I got to imagine Mashburn will be there as well. Mashburn raced pro at Redbud. It's the rules this year. You do get to try a couple of them. Jesse Flock on the 67.
Good ride for Jesse.
He has stayed right there.
Been in the hunt the whole time. There's Shimoda again. Shimoda might very well be the best passer on this racetrack. He has had to come through 15 guys to get to that number 2 spot. So lap traffic, no big deal. He's been dealing with that the whole moto.
Yeah, I talked to Shimoda about that. He said his first moto at the beginning of the week, he missed a shift, and then the next one he spun. So he has had to work his way up from way, way back. The only moto where he had an even somewhat decent start, he ended up winning that one, and that was in a straight-up fight. He caught and passed Jet Lawrence to win it. But as well as he is riding, Swole won't go away. Still right there. Probably last lap, I think, next time they come around.
2-lap board looks like it is out. The white flag will come out after that. 10 Commandments, that's where you will find Shimoda, Swole, Mashburn, Flock, and Kobush.
Jet Lawrence trying to jet away with 2-1 moto scores. Swole's running out of time. Go ahead.
He's pulled out just a bit.
Yep.
Has Shimoda.
And this is what you like to see as well. I mentioned this in a video I shot yesterday. These riders, whoa, what is Swole? Way off the track, missed the triple. Okay, that wasn't the rut, it was the lapper that got him. So Swole, that might be the end of his attempt for second. Those 2 turns in the back ruined Swole's entire moto.
Absolutely.
And that got him, yeah, the lappers were tough. He got that corner, I think, right one time when he was following Shimoda. Rest of the track was aces. Anyway, what I was saying yesterday in the video that I shot, it is awesome to know that these riders, even though they have the guaranteed deals to turn pro, they're still throwing everything they have at it here at Loretta's. They are not just settling at all. Yeah.
Great point.
Swole said, man, he knew he had a bad moto earlier in the week. His first moto, he led, he crashed. White flag now out. And he came back to win that moto yesterday because he said after the disappointment in Moto 1, he said, I was seeing red the whole time. I was so angry about having a bad moto. So it still means the world to these kids. Swole's trying, but Shimoda's gotten away from him in second. And Jet Lawrence, he's gotten away from everyone. 13-second lead. And the only other person going as fast is myself down on the podium.
Joe Shimoda just avoids all of those big, nasty ruts. He picks this racetrack apart as good as anybody for sure. 154 lap time for Lawrence. Shimoda with that 153. Jalek Swole back in third. Mashburn hanging tough in fourth. And a great ride for Lance Kobush as he gets around several fast guys. Carson Mumford jumping up into the number 8 spot here as we close in on the checker flags in the second Open Pro Sport. Another dandy of a moto. Rounding out your top 10 as Halpane has slipped all the way back to the number 10 spot. Pierce Brown struggling back in 11th. Heil 12th. Taylor, Boaz, and Eigenman round out your top 15 as we watch the closing stages here. 10 laps into this Open Pro Sport class. And Mashburn and Kobish going to take this down to the stripe. There's Swole again, touches down violently, cutting across some of the ruts now, just not even playing in the ruts. I don't blame him. Then he's back home, takes his boots off, runs through the sand just like he's back home in Florida. He's going to have to figure something out. He's going to need some help in that third and final moto. Jet Lawrence has proven he will go the distance. He's great with the passes, great starts. Jet Lawrence, a complete package here as we watch him one final time into the left-hander. Jet Lawrence has another podium speech that Ken Roxon can dub over here. There we go. Lawrence will have a word with Jason Wygant. Now we're waiting for Shimoda, his teammate. Hey, Ken Roxon, can you do Joe Shimoda? That's what I want to hear. That's what we want to hear. Ken Roxon, you pull off Joe Shimoda in a podium speech, and you're the man. There's Swole. He'll finish up third. It's Lawrence, Shimoda, and Swole. And heck of a ride for Parker Mashburn as he holds off Lance Kobish. That's your top 5 as we get ready to toss it down to Jason Wygant, who's got our folks lined up, ready to go at the podium. Jason.
Woo! Man, these Pro Sport motos have not let us down so far this week. I know this wasn't the all-time greatest moto ever like the previous one, but it was still quite good. With that 6-pack of riders battling for second, but all behind the number 49 of Jet Lawrence, who was able to check out. And another 1-2 finish for the Amsoil Honda crew. We're going to get Jet Lawrence up here. Got the team debriefing going on. It's a totally different look down here at the podium this week. Just like last year, we don't have the searing heat and humidity like we normally do at Loretta Lynn Ranch. So these riders are a lot fresher by the end of these races. That might be why the racing has been so good, by the way. So I'm waiting. I got the gold medal. We're going to bring the number 49 up. He has his second moto win here at Loretta's now to go with 2 second-place finishes. Could it be the Nicky Hayden AMA Horizon Award headed his way? He's looking good for it right now, but of course with third motos, there's so much that can happen. Let's get Jet Lawrence on up. All right, here we go. We got the number 49. Little less drama in this one. He got the lead. He checked out, and now he's sitting on 2-1 scores heading into the final moto. Jet Lawrence. Let's go. Look, obviously you've been good all week, but is it getting even better? Because that was a really strong ride.
Yeah, just every day I get more familiar with the track, get a better flow, and just, yeah, as you've seen, I got a good start, and I could just go ride my own race, and yeah, just checked out, just felt great, and yeah.
You're so smooth out there. It's one of those, it doesn't look like he's trying hard riding styles. Under the helmet, though, are you going for it? Because it looks like you're just having a fun ride on a trail out there.
Yeah, it may look like that, but no, I'm definitely in my head pushing. Yeah. It's, yeah, but track's very technical. You can't ride it, like, aggressive, otherwise it'll boot you in the ass. But, yeah, I just get a good smooth flow, and this, yeah, that's how the track's supposed to be ride. It's nice, smooth, and yeah, I can just consistently do my lap times.
Who do you want to thank again here, Jet?
I want to thank Amsoil Honda, Factory Connection, Pro Taper Bars, Yoshimura, Fox Shift, 100%. Everyone who supports me, my little mechanic Christian, yeah, just everyone who's behind me in that. And yeah, also happy birthday to my big brother today. He's turning into the big 20, but yeah, so happy birthday to him. Did that one for him for sure. So yeah.
You know, if you lined up with your brother literally today, I bet you could beat him today, because he's hurt right now. You got him covered, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. Because he's hurt. We'll see what happens when he's back. Let's hear it for Chet Lawrence taking the Moto win. Fantastic performances in Pro Sport by a variety of riders. We got to bring Joe Shimoda on up. This guy has had to make more passes than maybe anyone all week. He's been coming from the back. He's been still putting it up front. Got the silver this time. We'll bring Joe Shimoda on up. Joe ends up second in this one. He got a Moto win over Chet Lawrence yesterday, so he's definitely a player. Maybe not for the title. It's going to be tough with the tough first Moto finishes. But Moto medals still feel awfully good, and we're going to give him some. Also on the Amsoil Factory Connection Honda, let's hear it for Joe Shimoda. Joe, you're having to pass a lot of people, dude.
Yeah, just messing up my start every time. Yeah. And then, yeah, I just try my best, but it's too late.
Yep. You want to thank some people? You're still riding really well.
I like thanks to my mom and dad, Amsoil Factory Connection Honda, 60 and 100%, Shift, Mobius, Asterix, Up My Stars, just everybody who supports me, thank you so much.
All right, there it is. Joe Shimoda, your runner-up. And I think Jalek Swoll did hold on for a third there. We will bring him up. He's still in contention for the title, sitting on 1-3 scores. He's going to have to go out and win that third moto and then hope the cards fall in his favor. So we'll bring up Jalek and talk about the third place finish. Also, if Vincent Luhovi, the number 17, is around, we'll bring the whole shot award winner up. But we'll talk to Swoll, and then we'll get the whole shot. Yep. So we'll finish it up with a bronze medal here. He's still in contention with the 1-3 scores for this championship. The Rockstar Husqvarna man. Let's hear it for Jalek Swoll. Dude, I'll tell you, you're definitely determined out there. Even if things aren't going your way, you don't give up. The guys pass you, you try to get him back. You're trying hard.
Yeah, yeah, it's pretty brutal out there now. Just trying to keep it together and, yeah, just stay strong for that last moto.
Yeah, can you get this done? You still confident that cards could fall in your direction for Moto 3?
Yeah, anything can happen. It's Loretta wins, and I mean, I'm not too worried about it. The guys at Rockstar Husky are just telling me to have fun. It's my last time here, so not really much pressure on me. I'm just wanting to go out and you know, whatever I get. You know, I just want to put it all out on the line and yeah, come out with whatever.
Yep. You're doing it. Who do you want to thank?
It's like thank my mom, my dad, my mechanic Brandon, my trainer Tim Ferry, Evie Ferry, everybody who helped me get my hip back to you know, where it is, and Rockstar Energy Husqvarna, Bobby Hewitt for the opportunity, Scuba, Smurfy, Rockstar Aero, TCX, Scott Goggles, Fly Racing, my agents for coming out and supporting, and everybody back home, thanks.
All right, there it is. Third place, Jalek Swoll. He's been gritty this week for sure. One other thing, let's bring up Luhovi here, and we'll give him the Bell Helmets Whole Shot Award. Did a good job up front early on the number 17. We'll give him $100 for it from Bell Helmets. Let's hear it for Vincent Luhovi. How'd you rip that one?
I don't know, I had terrible starts all week. I just couldn't get off the gate, so, you know, I actually had a really crooked gate this time, so I just told myself, just get up over that thing and just crank it. So I clicked third gear, and I looked over, I was by myself. I'm like, thank God, finally. So, yeah, I felt really good in that race. Felt good to run up front with those guys. I know I can. I just really bad starts all week, like I said, so it feels good to do that.
Cool. You want to thank some people, Vincent?
Yeah, I'd like to thank God for keeping me safe, my whole family, Race Tech, NPR, you know, NPR suspension, Department of Power, True MX, MX Tire, Hillview Cycles, and RM Army, Suzuki Cycles, and everyone. That's about it. Thank you.
There it is, Vincent Luhovi with your Whole Shot Award. And that's going to do it for Pro Sport. I'm going to send it back to the tower.